A specific alternative is focus on the stressed words to get the meaning. But the consequence arrived immediately. Learner realizes that stressed words alone can convey the gist of a fast sentence. So here is the question. Play a fast sentence with only stressed words visible. Ask what it means, then show full sentence. You're listening to a fast sentence and you miss a word. You pause, think about that word, and then you miss the rest. That's the problem. But here's the trick. Focus on the stressed words. Listen to this. I should have gone to the store before it closed. The stressed words are gone, store, closed. What do you understand? You get the core meaning. Didn't go to the store before it closed. You don't need every word. Now, to understand fast speech, don't try to hear every word. Stress the content words. Content words are nouns, main verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. They carry the meaning. Function words like to, the, and are reduced and often barely heard. In the sentence, we need to finalize the budget by Friday. The stressed words are need, finalize, budget, Friday. You don't need we, to, the, by to get the gist.
So, weak forms make function words sound like or in fast speech. For example, to becomes ta and becomes and. This is why they're hard to hear. But I can still understand the main idea from the stressed words. Going, store, buy, milk, bread.
Exactly, Leo. So the rule is simple. Listen for the nouns and verbs. When you listen to a podcast, don't panic. Just listen for the nouns and verbs. For example, the government announced a new policy to reduce carbon emissions. The stressed words are government, announced, policy, reduce, carbon emissions. The main idea is clear. Government announced a policy to reduce emissions. Now, here's the choice you need to make every time you hear fast English. Your brain cannot process every single word. So you must decide which words carry the meaning. That's the 60-second trick. Train yourself to listen for stressed content words only. Let me show you with a quick example. Those 3 words give you the whole picture. Someone went to the store before it closed. The other words I, should, have, to, the before it are function words. They're reduced, they're quiet, and you don't need them to understand the main idea. So the choice is clear. Focus on the stressed words and let the weak ones fade into the background. That's the core of this lesson. And here's the evidence. Function words get linked and reduced. For example, want to becomes wanna, going to becomes gonna. So when you hear I wanna go, the stressed word is go. The reduced wanna is just a weak form. Listen for the main verb. It carries the action. Say I wanna go slowly. Then say, I want to go fast. Notice how go stays clear. That's because content words keep their stress even when everything around them shrinks. So your ear should lock onto that clear, strong word. That's the signal that matters.
So if I hear a fast sentence, I should focus on the stressed words to get the meaning. Let me try with a new example. I would have called you, but I didn't have your number. I catch, called, didn't, number. That tells me the person didn't call because they didn't have the number. The weak forms like would have and but just disappear. So I don't need to hear every word. I just need the stressed verbs and nouns. That's the trick.
Exactly, Leo. Content words are nouns, main verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. They carry meaning. Function words are pronouns, prepositions, articles, and conjunctions. They glue the sentence together. For example, in the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, content words are quick, brown, fox, jumps, lazy dog. So, when you listen, focus on those content words. In she sings beautifully, which words are content? Pause and think. Sings and beautifully, the verb and the adverb. They give you the action and the manner. So the rule holds, content words are stressed, function words are not. Now you have a clear way to categorize any word you hear. So the rule is simple. Content words are stressed, function words are not. Let's test it. I'll say a sentence, and you tell me which words carry the meaning. Ready? She can meet us at the library. Pause and think. You probably caught meet and library. Those are the content words, the verb and the noun. They give you the main idea. Someone is meeting someone at the library. The other words she, can, us, at, they are function words. They just glue the sentence together. In fast speech, they get reduced and almost disappear. So your job is to lock onto the stressed words and let the weak ones fade. Try another one. We should have finished the project by now. Which words are stressed? That's enough to understand the message. Nouns, main verbs, adjectives, and adverbs are stressed. Pronouns, prepositions, articles, and conjunctions are not. That's the core rule. You can use a polite repair phrase. I'm not sure I caught that. Could you say it again? This is a natural way to ask for repetition without interrupting the flow. But here's the key. You don't need to say it every time. You can often understand the meaning just from the stressed words. For example, I might say quickly, I'm gonna order a coffee and a sandwich. You hear, order, coffee, sandwich, that's enough. You know the person is ordering food. So, the next time you listen to fast English, don't panic if you miss a small word. Use the stressed words to fill in the gaps. And if you really need clarification, use that phrase. It's polite and effective. Let's practice. I'll say a fast sentence, and you decide if you got the gist. She's already left for the airport. What did you understand? You should have caught left and airport. That tells you she went to the airport. So, you don't need she's already to know the main idea. Stress patterns tell you what's important. And if you need a repeat, say, I'm not sure I caught that. Could you say it again?
So, the key words carry the meaning. I tried it with a sentence from a podcast. The company reported a significant increase in profits. I caught company, reported, increase, profits, and I understood the main point. But I noticed that significant was also stressed. So, I got the idea that the increase was big. That's helpful. So, I should listen for adjectives too, not just nouns and verbs. That makes sense because adjectives add important details. For example, and it was a really difficult decision. The stressed words are really difficult decision. Really intensifies difficult, so it's important. So, I'm learning to include adjectives and adverbs in my list of content words. I just ignore them now. That's a big change for me.
And that brings us to weak forms. You said function words are almost invisible. That's because they are reduced to weak forms in fast speech. So, when you hear, I need to go, to is just a quick you barely hear it. That's why you can ignore it. Weak forms sound like, or, they are not stressed and they don't carry meaning. So, when you listen, you don't need to catch them. But you do need to recognize that they exist so you don't get confused. For example, fish and chips sounds like fish and chips. But if you know it's a weak form, you can ignore it and focus on fish and chips. So, the rule is, content words are strong, function words are weak. Listen for the strong ones. Let's practice. I'll say a sentence, and you tell me the weak forms you hear. I'm gonna go to the store and buy some milk. Pause. The weak forms are gonna, going to and some reduced. The stress words are go, store, buy milk. So, you see, weak forms are like background noise. Your brain should focus on the strong signals. Now let's turn that rule into a prediction skill. Before you listen, you can already guess which words will be stressed. In a typical sentence, nouns, main verbs, adjectives, and adverbs get the stress. So if you hear, I want to go to the store, you know want, go, store will be clear. Try predicting the stressed words in this sentence. We need to finalize the budget by Friday. What do you expect to hear? Focus on the stressed words to get the meaning. That's the core skill. When you listen, your brain can fill in the rest. For example, if you catch finalize, budget, Friday, you know the message is about finalizing a budget by Friday. Those are just grammar glue. So your job is to hear the important words and let the small ones fade. Let's practice. I'll say a sentence, and you write down only the stressed words. Ready? The company reported a significant increase in profits.
So if I hear a fast sentence, I should predict the stressed words. Let me try. The government announced a new policy to reduce carbon emissions. I'd catch government, announced, new, policy, reduce, carbon, emissions. That gives me the gist. The government announced a policy to reduce carbon emissions.
Exactly, Leo. To understand fast speech, don't try to hear every word. Stress the content words. You got the essentials. And significant is an adjective. It's stressed, but even if you miss it, you still know the main point. In real listening, you'll often miss a word, but the stressed words give you the skeleton. So, your new habit. When you listen, actively listen for the nouns and verbs. Don't worry about the small words. Let's try one more. I should have called you, but I didn't have your number. What are the stress words? Introduce weak forms and common reductions to and want to. What emotion is expressed? The best answer is can't believe, actually, did that. Emotion, shock/disbelief. It works because stress on can't and actually intensifies the reaction. So when you listen to a podcast, don't panic. Just listen for the nouns and verbs. Those are the content words that carry the meaning. You don't need every word. Let's break it down. Reported is the verb, increase is a noun, profits is a noun. Those three words give you the core. The company reported an increase in profits. So train your ear to pick out the stress syllables. Reported, increase, profits. Now try with this sentence. She decided to cancel the meeting because of the weather. What are the stress words? Pause and think. That's the skeleton.
The stressed words are go and home. That gives me the meaning. The person wants to go home. So I catch those and I understand the plan. It's like the weak forms are the glue, but the stressed words are the bricks. I used to try to hear every word, but now I just listen for the bricks. And if I miss something, I can use context to fill in the gaps. For example, if I hear I ___ go store, I can guess I need to go to the store. That's the trick.
Recognize common weak forms in fast speech. What is the conclusion? The best answer is experiment, demonstrated, hypothesis incorrect. Conclusion. The experiment proved the hypothesis wrong. It works because stressed words convey the result. A tempting version is translating word by word while listening. You know content words are stressed and function words are weak. But what do those weak forms actually sound like? Often, they're reduced to a schwa, or they almost disappear. Take the word to. So when you listen, don't expect to hear every syllable. The small words are just a blur. Your job is to catch the anchors, the stressed words, and let the weak forms wash over you. That's how you keep up with fast speech. Identify stressed words in various sentence types. What is the plan? The best answer is planning, launch, new, product, next month. Plan, launch the new product next month. It works because stressed words give the action and timing.
Identify stressed words in sentences with reductions. What is the sentiment? The best answer is really, appreciate, help, project. Sentiment, strong gratitude for assistance. The reusable wording here is stress patterns tell you what's important.
Now, let's apply the rule to a weather forecast. Listen to this sentence. Temperatures are expected to drop significantly overnight. Which words are stressed? You should hear temperatures expected drop significantly overnight. Those content words give you the forecast, a significant temperature drop overnight. The function words are, to, are weak and reduced. So even if you miss them, you still get the main idea. Try it with me. Focus on the stressed words and ignore the rest. Let's test this with a longer sentence. The meeting has been postponed until next Tuesday because the manager is sick. Listen for the stressed words. You should hear meeting, postponed, next Tuesday, manager, sick. Even if you miss the small words, you get the core, meeting postponed, manager sick. So when you listen, grab those content words and let the grammar go. Now, why are function words so hard to hear? Because they're reduced. Take to in, I want to go. It becomes T, a quick, relaxed sound. So when you listen, don't expect a full to. Expect a weak form. That's why you shouldn't try to catch every word. Focus on the stressed content words instead.
Address common errors. Trying to hear every word. Pausing on unknown words. The useful wording here is, weak forms are reduced, so don't expect a full sound. Complication state of a visible lesson progress board that fills with rules, examples, and completed checks.
Address common errors. Trying to hear every word. Pausing on unknown words. The useful wording here is, weak forms are reduced, so don't expect a full sound. Complication state of a visible lesson progress board that fills with rules, examples, and completed checks. When you listen to fast English, don't try to hear every word. The biggest mistake is getting stuck on a small word like to or and missing the stressed content words. Instead, focus on stress the content words and let the small words go. So, what should you do if you miss a function word? Just keep listening for the next stressed word. Avoid pausing on unknown words during listening. The key decision in this example is this. Identify stressed words and the main point. The best answer is company, reported, significant, increase, profits, quarter. Main point, Profits increased significantly.
I used to get stuck on every small word, but now I know that weak forms like to and are reduced. For example, I need to go sounds like I need to go. The to becomes a quick ta, so I don't try to hear it clearly. I just listen for the stressed words. Need, go. That gives me the meaning. And if I miss something, I can use context to fill in the gaps. That's much easier.
Hear and use common reductions in fast speech. The key decision in this example is this. What are the stressed words? What is the conclusion? The best answer is experiment, demonstrated, hypothesis, incorrect. Conclusion. The experiment proved the hypothesis wrong. It works because stressed words convey the result. The reusable wording here is, listen for the nouns and verbs. Now let's focus on how words link together in fast speech. A very common one is want to becoming wanna. The T in want and the to merge into a quick flap, so the two words sound like one. For example, I wanna go becomes I wanna go. When you hear wanna, don't try to separate the words. Just recognize it as a single unit meaning, want to. This linking is everywhere in natural English, so training your ear to catch it will make fast speech much clearer. So when you listen, don't try to catch every single word. Instead, grab the stressed words, the nouns and verbs, and let the small words fade into the background. For example, in I'm gonna have to leave early today, the stressed words are leave, early today. Those three words give you the core meaning. Someone is leaving early today. The rest is just glue.
So if I hear, I ___ go store, I can use context to fill in the missing words. The stressed words go and store tell me the action and the place. I don't need to hear every word to understand the message. That's really helpful.
Exactly, Leo. And stress patterns are your guide. The speaker emphasizes the key words by making them longer, louder, and higher in pitch. For example, in she said she'd meet us at the corner of Main and 5th, the stressed words are said, meet, corner, Main, 5th. Those words carry the action, the place, and the specific details. So when you listen, tune into those stressed syllables. They lead you to the core message. Now you try. Listen to this fast sentence. I should have gone to the store before it closed. Write down only the stressed words. Pause and think. Ready? Those are all reduced. So the core meaning is clear. Didn't go to the store before it closed. Notice how the meaning stays clear even when you miss the small words. The rest is reduced. So when you listen, don't wait for each word, grab the stressed ones and move on.
So when I hear a sentence like, I should have gone to the store, I don't panic about the missing sounds. I know shoulda is just should have reduced. The stressed words are gone and store. That tells me the main idea. The person didn't go to the store. I can fill in the rest from context. This trick really helps me stay calm and catch the meaning.
Exactly, Leo. Weak forms are reduced to a quick or sound, so they're easy to miss. For example, in I need to go, the word to becomes ta. It's not toe, it's ta. Your mouth is relaxed and the vowel is very short. When you hear that ta, you know it's the weak form of to. Recognizing these weak forms helps you ignore them and focus on the stressed words like need and go. Let's apply the rule to a new sentence. The meeting has been postponed until next Tuesday because the manager is sick. Which words would you stress? Think about the content words, the nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. The key words are meeting, postponed, next Tuesday, manager, sick. Those carry the core meaning. Now, try this one. She said she'd meet us at the corner of Main and 5th. What are the stress words? Pause and say them aloud. Now, let's apply the stress rule to a business report sentence. Listen, the company reported a significant increase in profits this quarter. Which words are stressed? Pause and say them aloud. The stressed words are company, reported, significant, increase, profits, quarter. Those are the content words, the nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. They carry the factual information, who did what and what changed. If you only caught those stressed words, you'd understand the main point. Profits increased significantly. That's the core meaning. Now, what if you still miss a word? Use a polite repair phrase like, I'm not sure I caught that. Could you say it again? This is useful in real conversations when someone speaks fast. Try it with the next sentence. We need to finalize the budget by Friday. Which words are stressed? Pause and say them.
So for the sentence, I'm gonna have to leave early today, The stressed words are gonna, have to, leave, early, today, wait, gonna, and have to are reductions, so they're not stressed. The content words are leave, early, today. That tells me the action and the time. The main idea is leaving early today. I can ignore the reduced forms, and if I miss a word, I can use context to fill in the gap. For example, if I hear I ___ go store, I know the missing word is probably need because it's a common verb before go. So I don't panic. I focus on the stressed words and use context.
In fast speech, what does to sound like? Say it aloud. Ta. Good. Now listen to this sentence. I want to go to the store. Which words are stressed? Pause and say them. Now let's apply the 60-second trick to a longer clip. Listen to this sentence from a customer service call. Your refund will be processed within 5 business days. Which words are stressed? Pause and say them. The stressed words are refund, processed, 5 business days. Those content words give you the action and the time frame. So the key information is refund processed in 5 business days. That's the gist. Try it with the next clip. You got it. When you focus on those stressed words, you can reconstruct the main idea even if you miss a few small words. Think about the rule. Those are the content words. So the core meaning is finalize budget by Friday. That's all you need.
Use the trick to understand a longer audio clip by identifying stressed words and summarizing the gist. The key decision in this example is this. What are the stressed words? What is the sentiment? The best answer is really, appreciate, help, project. Sentiment, strong gratitude for assistance. It works because stress on really and appreciate conveys sincerity.
Recap key rules and encourage continued practice. The key decision in this example is this. Which words are stressed? What is the forecast? The best answer is temperatures expected drop significantly overnight. Forecast, significant temperature drop overnight. It works because content words convey the weather change. The reusable wording here is, don't try to hear every word. Let's practice using context to fill in gaps. Listen to the sentence. I should have gone to the store before it closed. Now, imagine you only heard the stressed words, gone, store, closed. What's the core meaning? The speaker regrets not going to the store before it closed. The unstressed words like should have and to the are weak forms, so they're easy to miss. But you can reconstruct them from context. For example, if you hear I ___ go store, you know the missing word is likely need because it fits the meaning. So when you listen, don't try to hear every word. Focus on the stressed words and use context to fill in the gaps. Try it with this sentence. We need to finalize the budget by Friday. What are the stressed words? Pause and say them. What do you need to understand? The best answer is need, finalize, budget, Friday. Meaning, the budget must be finalized by Friday. It works because the stressed words give the essential information, what must happen and when.